Hello, friends. It's good to see everyone today. This is Dr. Hodge, and I want to share with you an exciting lesson that I do with my students at Eastern Kentucky University, and I also used it in my own public school education classroom. It is the study of the Iditarod Dog Sled Race, and that's why I have my parka and my goggles on, because we are getting ready to go on a very exciting race in Alaska, known as the Iditarod Dog Sled Race. It's over 1,000 miles of some of the roughest terrain, some of the coldest temperatures you would ever find. So to engage you, I want to show you just a very short little video segment on the Iditarod Dog Sled Race so that you can see just how exciting this race is. Oh my goodness, the Iditarod, what an exciting event. But let's take a look at the toughest race on earth.
To the core of the Alaskan spirit than the Iditarod Sled Dog Race. Victory!
You fall over here, it'll kill you.
It's a trial by dog sled.
His hand got trapped between a tree and the handlebar.
One person, one sled, and 16 dogs against a 1,000-mile gauntlet of Alaskan outback. This is a story of survival, man and dog, in the toughest race on Earth. And it starts now.
Oh my goodness, as you can see, over 1,000 miles of some of the most interesting terrain ever. Oh, how would you like to go on that race? I want to show you how my colleagues and I designed this engaging unit on the Iditarod Dog Sled Race that's held the first Saturday in March every year. But take a look at some of the things that we did in our classroom. And oh my goodness, teaching is so much fun. But as you can see, we brought in great math skills. We did measuring lengths, interpreting graphs, solving real world problems, because the mushers, as they went on this exciting journey, and each of my students in my classroom pick a musher. And so they track this musher through the 26 different checkpoints, beginning in Anchorage, Alaska, and ending in Nome. And so they see when they go in these 26 different checkpoints, and as you can see here are different little villages in Alaska, and they put the date that the mushers come into their checkpoints, the time in and the time out, and how many dogs. Now these mushers start out with about 12 to 16 sled dogs. But along those checkpoints, if any of those little doggies feel ill or look like they're too tired, then they are pulled from the race. So veterinarians at each checkpoint, I'm a dog lover myself, so those dogs are well taken care of. But this is great for math skills because the students use military time and convert to real time to see when these mushers come into these different checkpoints. And students follow these mushers through GPS so that we can see different things going on the trail. And as you can see in language arts, there are so many different things that we can do in reading and language arts. We can bring in inferencing, we can bring in main ideas. We do a lot of writing activities concerning this. And we bring in different books to read about the Iditarod Dog Sled Race. And here's a great book entitled Mush by Patricia Seibert, and also The Great Serum Race. And it's the story of Balto, who was the lead dog, and he was instrumental in getting serum to the far-off village of Nome, Alaska, and saved so many people in this little village of Nome. So it's a great story about that. So we're able to bring in so many language arts and reading connections. In social studies, we analyze current events because we follow every day this Iditarod race. We look at the current events, the temperature, all of the events that's going on. So it is a fabulous connection, real world connection to social studies. We bring in maps, graphs, charts. Oh my goodness. In science, we do different experiments on heat and cold. And let me show you a little example of this. We bring in to show the importance that fat plays in our bodies and also in animals' bodies to keep us warm. We bring in lard mittens. So we put a little bit of Crisco lard that my grandmother used to use to make biscuits. We put it in a Ziploc bag, as you can see here. Students then take another Ziploc bag and they secure it with a rubber band. They then put this in the lard, and look, we're making a good mitten with that squashy Crisco lard. The students then take a little bucket of water, but first they hypothesize. Will this hand be warmer or this hand whenever we put it in water? So they then put both hands into the water and they see which one is protected from the cold water. Can you guess which one? Yes, you're right. The one with the lard or the fat protects the hand a lot more than not having anything on it. So therefore, that is a little experiment that we do in heat and also cold. So wonderful, wonderful ideas, my friends, and so many different awesome concepts that we are able to teach through the study of the Iditarod. I also want to share with you the great Iditarod website that you can see here. And it is absolutely fantastic because it gives the race map. And as you can see, it gives a timeline for the race starting 163 days, 6 hours, 27 minutes, and 40 seconds to the next Iditarod race. But here you can see the map. In the northern years, or the northern route is run in the even years. So it starts in Anchorage and winds all the way to Nome. Now, in the odd years, they run the southern route. And as you can see, it's a little bit different. And they do this so that the little villages down here can also participate in the Iditarod. And again, going all the way to Nome. Oh my goodness. But one of the neat things on here, and of course they show the different musher profiles. Students are able to see the different mushers and to do statistics to see who has a good chance of winning. But every year there is a teacher on the trail, and I love this. And public school teachers love this as well. But every year a teacher on the trail provides great curriculum, journaling, news, everything that you would need to teach this fantastic unit in your classroom. And he brings in great lessons dealing with math, science, social studies, and reading. But it is just a fabulous, fabulous unit of study, and it's so great to have a teacher on the trail so that we can see everything that's going on. And it even has a section on dog care. Like I said, I'm a dog lover, so it really talks about these huskies that are bred to run this terrific race. But the Iditarod Dog Sled Race is one of those exciting events that brings students a real-world connection. And whenever students are able to see a real-world connection, then learning takes place. I hope to see you at Eastern Kentucky University in the education department so that we can go on the Iditarod Dog Sled Trail together. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day.